Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Breaking news. Wole Soyinka spits fire, exposes Buhari's aide. Garba Shehu. Why there is no time to throw tantrum as the world battles a more bigger problem known as COVID-19? It does appear, however, that the Buhari's administration and Nobel Prize winner Professor Wole Soyinka aren't on the same page in terms of the approach employed towards addressing the speech and the spread of coronavirus in the country. Soyinka has questioned the legality of Buhari's 14 days lockdown, which was announced last Sunday in a 7 p.m. COVID-19 address by the president of the country, Muhammadu Buhari. However, spokesman to the president, Malam Garba Shehu, said the Nobel icon should stick to literature where he's good at, instead of involving himself on issues he knows little or nothing about. But Soyinka isn't letting it go away without a proper response, although he said he won't take issues with a propagandist like Mr. Garba. Responding on Thursday morning, Soyinka described Shehu as a pale propagandist doing the bidding of a clueless administration. He said, Mr. Garba Shehu failed to mention a most important profession in which I am confirmed. Allah must stay unpaid. It is a universal function of humanity, even in the midst of the worlds of crisis. To save me the trouble of responding to the mind-boggling irrelevancy of paid errant voices, a professional colleague kindly sent me an affirmative article in the New York Times. You will understand that I cannot take issues with a propagandist whose clear mission is to distract public attention from the complex issue of health, both for the physiological and the mental of who we are talking about, you know best. The New York Times article refers to by Professor Wole Soyinka arises concern on how the global health crisis was creating an avenue for political leaders to exhibit deteriorating tendencies, derogatory tendencies. The article went on to express fear over whether the new power acquired by heads of governments in many countries by the world, including Nigeria, will be relinquished by the end of coronavirus pandemic. Hence, the reason why we are speaking up. My people, this guy has been thoroughly blasted. You see, Wole Soyinka, a wise man, an elder, and a leader. He did not need to be running words with mere boys. He went from the top and he told them, he said, this guy did fail to even mention the most important part of my job, and that is humanitarian. Speaking for the voiceless, being there. You are telling Garuba Shehu, you are opening your mouth to tell Wole Soyinka that is a Nobel, is in his profession is literacy and he should stick there. Did you hear what he was told? He said he's a paid propagandist. I've always told you guys that Buhari has surrounded himself. I can tell you for fact, this is my opinion and I believe I'm entitled to that. He has surrounded himself with the likes of Garuba Shehu to face the north, Femi Adesina to face the south, Lee Mohammed as well, the person of Abakari, who is presently now, we don't know the whereabouts, to be quite honest. These are people that he has surrounded himself with. You can see for yourself that since Abakari is not around, of which nobody knows exactly where he is, the president cannot function. That is to tell you that when they talk about the cabal in Nigeria politics, know that this is actually true. There is something going on that nobody wants to speak about and everybody is pretending. But guess what? We Nigerians, we know. We really know. It's just that we've not been empowered to speak about what is really happening. And even when we say it, those that should be in the aim of affair, that should be able to take this matter further, that have evidences, because in the court of law you don't just go and just allege a case. That's no case. You must come with evidences. That's why they will say, you come and you present your evidences, and when the court is to make a rule, they will say, with all the evidences presented before me, on that basis they will be able to make their judgments. So what are we talking about? You can see clearly and truly that something is not right somewhere, that these people, they know exactly what they are doing, but because we Nigerians and we the people, we don't have the evidence to prove and to say these people, this is what they are doing, and this person is alleged is Jubrim of Sudan is alleged, because we've not proven it yet. When it becomes proven, then it becomes a fact. So this is why we cannot prove it. But guess what? There are other government officials from the north, not to forget about the north. Let's even leave out the north. From the south, southeast, and southwest, south, that knows the truth. Or don't you? The whole world is saying. Take for instance. Buhari went for he was sick the other time for months, came back, and he was shorter. Guess what Lee Mohammed told the country? He said yes, that the Buhari that was known right from the 80s has been wearing heels all along. But because of his health, doctor now said he shouldn't wear heels anymore. That's why you can see that he's shorter. Who are you giving that lame excuse? Like we are seriously 5 and 6 years old? Who are you talking to? So that's why I said alleged, not yet proven. But leave his own aside. Forget about Lee Mohammed, and forget about those that Buhari has even surrounded himself with. Let's move on to those that are surrounding him. Yeah, we're not talking about those from the north. Let's give the north, let's just leave them aside and just say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, let's now go to those from the southeast, and let's leave out, pardon me to say I'm not being religious, let's leave out Muslims. What about the other religion members that are working with Buhari? Can they not come out and say the truth? Have their mouth also been sealed? They said when people see money, they change. You've not truly known a man until you know him when he really has money. I'm not talking about 10 million, real money, like real money. Then you will know the true nature, you will know the true person, you will know who that person really is. Yes, this is what we are talking about. Because if you want to ask me, I will tell you that I feel so strongly that some of these people have been blinded with money. They don't want the cash cow to die. So they rather remain quiet and just play on and just continue with business as usual. Just, pretending that they can't see the difference, or they cannot pick to say something is different here. This is my fact. This is the evidence I have, so that it can be looked upon by. I mean, if the people that are supposed to be speaking make it relevant, make it necessary, and bring the appropriate justification to say this is my evidence regarding this issue, it will be looked upon. Bring it to UN, bring it to the United States of America, bring it to countries that believe in pure democracy, and let's see where it goes from there. If this matter will not be looked upon. But you know what? If this is true, then there is something really, 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 really wrong somewhere. Really the alleged matter that the person there is not the person, then there is something wrong. And guess what? I would never believe these people by the time, if at all, it was false and it was eventually proven. So they don't reply. Garba Shehu says he's doing the bidding of those who has paid him. You see, and that's the truth. Most of them, they just collect the money and they speak. Now money they control them. Now money be their gods. Now money be their lord. So they cannot even say the truth. They cannot even open their mouth and say this is wrong, or be quiet when they should. But they have to speak, because that's how they get paid. Now their job be that they must talk. So well, chairman don't reply them. Say I not go respond to a small boy. He went ahead, and he told them, giving them facts. He said, "New York, there is a article from New York Times that talking about this coronavirus thing. Say, are you not sure? Say, after this time, these governments that are now taking laws into their hands, locking down places, how will they be able to relinquish this power and this authority and this position that they've assumed? These are some of the things that people are concerned with, that are speaking. Whether he has whether he has done right or wrong is not the matter. We need to be able to address this issue so that it does not come back at the back to bite us. Now the matter be this. So anyway, my people, I want to hear what you think. The don't expose Garba Shehu say, now the money they collect, now they make, now they cash, now they make, they misbehave. Anyway, please like and share, subscribe. Don't forget to belong to this family. We are here to keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the nations of the world. Thank you very much. God bless. Have a lovely day. Bye.